Hello and welcome to Compliance Weekly, 25th June 2024. Uh, First, we will go through the milestone board. And the last issue we discussed was UX theme workshop. First one is with Natalia, update frameworks in adherence report.
And yes, so it is closed.
Next is with Hitesh.
Yeah, this one was the one where we changed the association um, from has one to has many for the compliance frameworks and projects. So it opens up the path to rest of the changes. The next one is also on me. This one adds Google Cloud Logging Destination Handler for the newly created consolidated audit-driven destination. So it added the validations for GCP destination.
Okay. I think next two are just planning and updates. Let me move to milestone 17.1. There's a follow-up with unit.
Yes. What was that? Oh, yes, there was a docs update, sorry. So we've done a massive docs update for compliance audit events between admin and users, last milestone, and there was a couple of feedback that we'd have off the back of that follow-ups. And so this was just closing out those. So the docs are looking mint.
Next is with Sam, spec failure.
Yes, this was a flaky spec. It was reported like 3 years ago. I tried to recreate it, but we since changed the code 3 times. And I haven't seen any investigated and haven't seen any recent failure, so I closed it.
Next with Hitesh, thread APIs for namespace filter.
So this issue adds the creation and deletion APIs for namespace filters for instance level definition for the consolidated definition.
Next is it at risk, but is not assigned to anyone and is closed.
Yeah, I can talk about this one. It was a feature flag issue that was created a year ago when we officially deprecated the required pipeline configuration. We removed it in 18.0, so I just confirmed with Jay that this has nothing to do with anything, and we've just removed it. Or closed it, should I say.
Did you just say 18.0?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So that was correct, right? We removed it in 18.0? No, 17.0. Sorry.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I was confused because 18.0 is next year.
Yes.
And the past tense.
Yeah. No. Sorry. No, I've been thinking about the compliance pipeline migration work, and that's 18.0, which is coming up. And yes, sorry, 17.0.
All right.
Okay, next we have on agenda is to review planning. First one is with Josefa.
Yes, so I started taking a look at this. There was a suggestion from Adam Hagee to actually include the current timestamp in the report. So later on, if we need to create a separate view on the database so that the dashboard loads quickly, we can just create a background job to like refresh the report every time some actions are taken by the user. So having a timestamp there would be nice. I'll just add a comment on the design issue to adjust that. Right now, it would just show the current timestamp because we're not creating the view right now, and we'll see how it scales. If there are performance issues, then probably we can just move to the other part of like creating another view for the database, like for the dashboard. So I'll just like add all the comments there and probably start with the first part of the implementation. Yeah.
Next is multiple compliance framework.
From backend side, I was working, so there are these two MRs which are under review right now. One is for raising any errors in case of if there are multiple framework labels already assigned to a project and the old mutation is being used. So that is pending for maintainer review, and the other one is uh, for changes in the auditing. There was a bug that any changes to uh, frameworks for a project using the existing mutation, the events were not getting logged. So that MR fixes that. And currently, I have created an MR for assigning multiple frameworks to a project that is ready for review, and working on the other mutation for unassigning the frameworks. Natalia?
Yes, so from my side, two merge requests were merged for removing labels from group view and updating the project view. I think Harsimar is assigned to verify it. So let me know if you need any help there. And I'm working now on updating the project overview to add possibility to add multiple frameworks. So yeah, I'm working on front end, and once the merge request from Hitesh will be merged with updating the mutation, I will be able to make the right call there as well and wrap up. Also for the search, like there should be possibility to search for multiple frameworks. I don't know, Hitesh, did you mention that you are working on it as well, right?
Yeah, but I'll be working on that, but that will take some time.
Mm. Yeah, so that one I will work after the project, after adding the possibility to add multiple frameworks. So
All right. Next two are with you, Sam.
Yes. The third-party Snowflake collector, we still are halting progress on adding new APIs. We're going to do some small adjustments since we got feedback on how we can make the installation a bit easier on new users. So we're going to focus on that in the meanwhile. For the compliance to pipeline to security policy migration, we have merged a banner, but we will need an extra MR to update the wording since we switched plans a little bit. And we're still planning on releasing the updated messaging for 17.3.
Just to add to the Snowflake connector app, like currently we're like unblocked. The upgrade works fine, but we have to like manually hit some commands after the application is updated. But obviously we don't want the users doing that, so we have to create a script that can do all of that automatically once the upgrade completes. So I will work on like adding those scripts so that once the upgrade completes, it gives the permissions to like back to the application. Once that is done, I'll create an MR and probably I'll share it with you, like Hitesh, like with Harsimar and Sam, because you two have been assigned for the next APIs, and then we can discuss and probably merge that.
Sounds good.
Okay. Next is with me. So for sales, the table split work has been done, and right now I'm working on a MR where I'm creating models. It's almost completed. I will probably raise a MR today. And after that, we can start the syncing of data. So right now it's on track.
So what are we doing currently? Like, are the new audit events being sent to the create new tables, or are they still created on the audit events, like the common table?
Right now they are still created on the audit events because
Okay.
we don't have models. So model MR is coming soon, and then we can start the syncing. Next is with you, Hitesh.
So once I'm done with the work for the compliance framework labels, I start on the MR for enabling streaming to destinations behind a feature flag. All the APIs are done.
All right. Comprehensive audit of with Nate.
Yes, we have had about 4 audit events added over the last week, so that's well on track at the moment.
Okay, next is with Ilya. I don't think he's on call.
Oh, yes, I can
Anyone?
update on that one as well. I forgot earlier it wasn't here. So the Compliance Centre has been the MR for Compliance Centre at the subgroup level has been merged. We did find, well, we have found that some users have found that we had a bug that allowed users to assign compliance frameworks at subgroup level when they shouldn't be able to. Since we've turned that off, we're now getting a few complaints, well, a few queries about that. So that is all currently listed off in the issue, but yeah, if you see any of that, please refer them to that. And then we have another issue to look at actually enabling it at that subgroup level. The MR for project level and premium users are both in review, I believe, at the moment, and so hopefully they'll be through shortly. And that, sorry, also includes permissions review of the APIs as well to ensure that they align with at the different levels.
Okay. Next on agenda is discussing engineering dashboard. Nate, do you want to take this over? I don't have access to it.
Yes, give me a few seconds to log in.
Yeah.
Oh, no, damn it. Cool, so everyone should be able to see that. It's not right. That looks better. Cool. So yeah, last month we had another excellent month for error budget. Everything was well under control there, very low over the last couple of months on our usage. MR types, so we had 43% maintenance and yeah, 31 roughly in features. Quite a lot of bugs as well. Feels like a lot, but maybe we have had a lot going through. Oh, see, okay. Yeah, I got you, 17.1. So there's maintenance. Bug feature. That still feels wrong. Okay, let's ignore that. I might look into that one. This does not look right at all. This looks very inaccurate. Let's go to the next table. Who misses Sisense? Anyone got any elevator music?
Ah,
Just a bad singing voice. I'm sure nobody wants to hear that.
Let's keep going, and I'll let you know if that ever loads.
Should we move to the next item?
Simon?
Yes.
Yeah. So next, we have discussions. Sam has something to say.
Yes. Just a little FYI, we had a broken master of some manual doc changes were made by technical writing. And it looks like we were just missing some pipeline config to block it. There's been a MR that already put some corrective action in there. So I think we should be good for now, but just keep in mind when we do any doc changes that are tied to an automation to also check the CI config.
So basically, this happened because we moved the doc from doc administration to doc compliance users, the audit-driven doc, and the new path was not in the CI config of checking like the reject
Yeah.
we check for specific files and raise the error, but probably we missed doing that. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can have any automation on that. It has to be like a manual check because we're technically moving the doc from one location to the other. So
Yeah.
we have to update
Yeah,
the
that's why I
CI
just
as well.
wanted to
Yeah.
put it in here so everyone has that in the back of their mind.
Thanks.
Okay. I think that's it. Everyone, we're back to the camera.